We are just a couple of miles from the Capitol building at beautiful Nationals Park in Washington. Today, it's the home opener for 2017 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run.
Afternoon baseball now from the banks of the Anacostia River and Nationals Park here in Washington. It's the home opener of this new season between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Nationals baseball starts right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
On to first, and Fowler is retired for the game's first out.
Batting second, left fielder.
Standing in, Stephen Piscotty. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. On to first, and Strasburg's in control here, 2 away.
Batting third, right fielder.
In now, Mark Trumbo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And that swung on and missed for strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that hit. Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. And now the next. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Harold Reynolds, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix the pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Skied into straightaway right. Trumbo has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. A time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. How do they get back into the win column here, Harold?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark and they score on balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination can do. This is a very tough lineup.
Here's Bryce Harper now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Lynn looks in. Here it comes on 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here it comes on 1-1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's in there, base hit. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Well, we see a lot of line drives from this guy, but that right there, the soft liner, he'll take it. That's just a product of great swing and hard work.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. The 0-1 on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Here's the 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. 2 out with the man at first. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Again, he sends it out of play. Another full count pitch home. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down. And stepping up to the plate, Jed Jerko. They'll start things out against Steven Strasburg as we get the inning underway.
Jerko
starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
That's a bullet up and in on the hands. Hard to turn on anything like that.
And another foul ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's Matt Carpenter. On the season, he's hitting just over .290 coming into action here.
Carpenter
drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. The 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. Batting average for him on the season, standing in the 320s entering action today. Ball 1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Here's Daniel Murphy now. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Here it comes. 1-0 to Murphy. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting 6th. Third baseman.
Ready now, Anthony Rendon. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. Ready with the 0-2. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Now another 0-2. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Well, pitcher can tell you a lot early in the game. With this veteran pitcher out here, fastball in. To me, it looks like he's going to try to take that inside half and say, that is mine.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Batting seventh.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. And he is proving to be something of a
Wieters.
non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. This one's flared out toward left.
In comes Piscotty.
He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Old Glory blowing in the wind as we are back for the top of the third from the
Leading
home
off
of
for
the
the
Nats.
Cardinals,
He's
third
ready.
baseman,
Here's the first offering.
Greg
Garcia stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
Well, I'm almost shaking my head up here, Matt. Another pitch right down the middle. Now, early in the game, he's getting away with it. But if he wants to have any length in this game at all, he's going to have to get the ball in the corners.
Batting ninth. The pitcher number
Standing
31.
in, Lance Lynn, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing two fastballs now in a row.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball.
That's
Lance
center
Lynn goes down for
Dexter
out number
Fowler.
2 in the top half. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Third inning, no score to this point. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Harper going back. It's in there, and the Cardinals look to have an extra base hit on their first hit of the game. The relay throw, and Fowler will get there. He's got a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies
Left
into the
fielder.
gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Looking at the first pitch for a strike, then takes a swing, and now you find yourself down 0-2. He's just got a battle. Spread out, get ready to swing at anything close, and make sure you don't get called out on a third strike.
Swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. No damage done after the 2-out triple. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Digging in, Michael Taylor. He'll get us going
Leading
in the
off for
home half of
Washington.
inning number 3.
Left fielder.
First
Michael
offering on its way.
Taylor.
Hit to third. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Batting ninth. Catcher.
At the plate, Steven
Steven
Strasburg. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. The high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-1. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
That misses 1-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall
The
behind in
batter,
the
number
count.
7,
1 and 2,
shortstop,
you're probably expecting
Trey
some sort of
Turner.
off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Trey Turner is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Lynn's ready. Here's the 1-1. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So the bottom of the inning is still alive. 5 after the 2-out base hit.
Yeah, maybe a shot here now with 2 away as they finally get another base runner on. He stranded 6 in a row prior to this point, so he's had his way with these guys for the past couple of innings.
In now is Adam Eaton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swinging a looper to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Here's Mark Trumbo now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
The batter number 3.
First offering on its way. Jed Jerko will stand in for a second time here. Here as he swings and misses there, it's 0-1. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Striding in once again, Matt Carpenter. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Lays off. 2-2 now. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hard hit ball to short. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Digging in to try it again. Bryce Harper. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
34.
And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Hey, pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Due next, there's Ryan Zimmerman. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got the ball called.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
First baseman.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Up next,
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He popped out in his first trip.
Daniel Murphy.
Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low apparently. The 1-1 on its way to Murphy. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. In to score, the runner from second. The relay, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only 1 run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in 1 or maybe 2.
In now is Anthony Rendon. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Trumbo has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And they decide not to push things here with 1 away as he'll hold on at third base.
The catcher, number 32.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game, and that's why he's having such great success.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Fowler on the run. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. In to score, the runner from third.
Hey, always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Michael Taylor will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning. And yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
2 out here and a runner at second. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Piscotty looks up and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 2-run shot to left center. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Nationals have now taken a 4-0 lead.
Think it's easy to be a pitcher at this level? Well, when the number 8 hitter takes you deep, you know there's no such thing as an easy out.
The pitcher, number 37.
In now, Steven Strasburg. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Now here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to. First pitch of the at-bat. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. The 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Ready on 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Murphy's got it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
A look at our line score here through the first 4. And as we've mentioned, just 1 hit for these guys this afternoon. And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Murphy. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting, third baseman, Greg Garcia.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Hit hard up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're down 4-0. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. This is flared out towards second. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the fifth.
2 strikes on him, and he flips one out in center field. You couldn't have thrown that any better.
Adam Eaton.
In now is Adam Eaton. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Now a move over to first, and he's back in standing. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch outside, the throw not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
Now a pickoff play at second, runner back standing. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Ready for another shot now.
Right.
Bryce Harper. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. In tight again. Awfully tight. And it's 2-0 now.
Hey, one of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. lined up a foul ball. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Full count. 3-2. Ryan Zimmerman will be next. And he lost him. Ball 4 as Harper will reach. Sean Gilmartin is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. Ryan Zimmerman will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. And he'll be back in standing up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And oh, pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Man, that is such a wasted opportunity. 2 on, 1 out. Perfect situation to induce a grounder and get out of the inning. But instead he's wild and both runners advance, taking the double play situation away.
Line drive to left. Piscotty is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. Tommy Pham will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 28, Tommy Pham.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, this is kind of the life of a pinch hitter. You maybe get 1 at bat a game, and it usually comes against a relief pitcher that's absolutely throwing bullets at you.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Dexter Fowler stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Now the pitch. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Mark Trumbo is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Comes set with the 0-1. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it. Turner, no trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Kevin Segrist enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Daniel Murphy is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Well, he got ahead of him right there, and I'd even say he got away with one. Down and into this guy, that's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to float around there very often.
1-1. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit. I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The payoff pitch one more time. Swing and a high pop-up toward the stands behind third. Garcia has a tough play, but he ranges back to put it away for the first out.
Third baseman, number 6.
Ready for another shot now. Anthony Rendon, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, that got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. Ready once again, Matt Wieters. He hit a sac fly earlier. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down 1-1.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Now the 2-1 home to Wieters. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Leaning into the dugout, and he makes the catch. Oh, a great play there to record the final out. Nationals gone in order. Here's Matt Carpenter, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
First baseman.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. From the stretch. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Rendon. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. Riding in once again, Aledmus Diaz. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. 1-2.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Digging in to try it again. Greg Garcia. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Called strike 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Zimmerman is there, and the side is retired. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Richie Diori gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Now playing third base and batting in the 9th spot, number 11.
Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff hitter's aboard. Pitcher due up. Looks to be a textbook sacrifice situation.
Well, they put up a lot of runs the whole game, and the game plan to me is simple. They've been aggressive. They've hit the first pitch like he does right here and gets the base hit, and they've done it throughout the whole game. It's been very successful with their game plan.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steven Strasburg. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. One and one. Here it is. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you. Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
And there he goes towards second. Swing and a miss. And they got him. Boy, Molina put that one right where it needed to be. The first pitch to him. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Heading out toward shallow right. Trumbo has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the. Settling in now, number 11. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Little too anxious there. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Way in front of a great slider that time. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Dexter Fowler swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, that's a great example of just pure hitting. A switch hitter takes the ball the other way. This is something they work on from both sides of the plate. Nice execution.
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager. And that's going to do it now for Steven Strasburg. Trevor Gott enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Stephen Piscotty stands in as he looks at a called strike. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. And this is fouled back and out of play. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Ball! That pitch is out.
And he just misses with a curveball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Now a bluff here as he steps off to look him back at first. The 2-2 one more time. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here's Mark Trumbo now. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little 2-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. He's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches. Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Zach Duke is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Zach Duke.
In now is Adam Eaton. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Hard hit to the left side, but taken in out there at short. Well, he got a lot of that ball, but nothing to show for it to start the home 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Bryce Harper is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
He's already got 2 walks in this game, and that ball right there, another ball. So we may see them kind of nibbling and pitching around him. He might be taking walks all game.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Outside 2-1.
He's pitching him with the respect Of the power hitting left-hander that he is. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me the opposite direction. I like the strategy.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Here's the pitch. High pop-up. Molina has a play. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance. Ryan Zimmerman. A hit in 2 tries so far. He's set. Here it comes. Scorched to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. So stepping in, Jed Jerko. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikecouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Joe Blanton takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he misses 2-1.
Well, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get in the chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away. But he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Good spot for the change there, and that'll knock things up at 2-2. Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Here's Matt Carpenter. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Digging in once again, Yadier Molina. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Fouled straight back. Here it comes. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Taylor is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Standing in, Aledmus Diaz. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. The windup and the 0-1. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Eaton is under it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, this season didn't go the way they wanted to go, that's for sure. But at least they ended on a win. I'm sure there'll be a lot of adjustments between now and spring training. So we'll just have to wait and see what these guys look like then.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. Steven Strasburg takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year, as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Joe Blanton earns the save out of the bullpen, his 5th of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation's capital. Welcome inside Nationals Park. Tonight, it's the home opener for 2017 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Hello again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian getting set to bring you this one on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
2017 Washington Nationals.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Yeah, you know, you have to be really careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Joe Ross gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. Look, he's one of the young guns in the league, and he continues to learn. It seems like every outing I watch him, he gets better. He's learned this craft in the major leagues, and he's growing up right in front of us.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation's capital. Welcome inside Nationals Park. It's the home opener of this new season between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Joe Ross gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about. All right, here's how the Nats line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the catcher, Matt Wieters. The biggest compliment I ever heard from Matt Wieters: nobody catches a throw from the outfield and tags a runner better than him. He'll take a shot, too. He also calls a pretty good game.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Dexter
underway now in the home opener as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. Taylor is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
If you like the long ball, this is your team. Matt, they lead the league in homers. They sit back and let it fly. 2-0, 3-1. They're coming out of the shoes. This is going to be fun to watch.
Murphy backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting third, right fielder.
So striding in, Mark Trumbo. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. In there for strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to second. Murphy has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a fairly. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. What's the key for them tonight, Harold?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have space. That's what speed, power combination can do. This is a very tough lineup.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
Batting second, center fielder.
In now is Adam Eaton.
Adam
First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him. Up in the 360s to start play. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting third.
Here's Bryce Harper
Right
now.
fielder.
First cuts for him here with the
Right.
bases open and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well out of here.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Ryan Zimmerman is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Trumbo going back at the track, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Zimmerman rounds the bag. He's headed for third. The relay throw, the tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. Here's Jed Jerko now, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Very weakly on the ground. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. And that's dead center for strike 1.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Number 4. Yadier Molina.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Taylor sprinting after it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 7th. Shortstop.
And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. Ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. 2-0.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Cards get a run courtesy of Matt Carpenter. Here's Daniel Murphy now. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play.
Daniel Murphy.
This is line to left. Piscotty has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for route number 1.
Batting 6th.
In now is Anthony Rendon. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Good check swing on that off-speed pitch. Clearly he's sitting fastball ready to let it fly. He recognized it was an off-speed pitch and was able to hold up.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Now a drive out to the gap in right center. Rendon on his way to second. And he'll reach second now with one away.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. For Rendon, he's at second with his 4th double here on the season. A throw behind the runner at second, and they got him. Wieters awaits the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Waka's ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground to second. Jerko has it. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, Greg Garcia. He'll match up now with Joe Ross to lead off the inning. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Oh, that was a good-looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Michael Waka. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Michael Waka.
In the air out to straightaway left. Taylor moves over. 2 down.
Center fielder number 25.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Hard ground ball to third. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. Striding in, Michael Taylor. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Fielder, Michael Taylor.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, you bunt him over. Do you hit and run? Do you allow him to steal? A lot of things can happen now.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Liner toward right center. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. The relay.
The batter.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball.
Well, he's got himself a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Spin and a throw back to second. Runners back. None out. Runners at first and second. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3. Adam Eaton is on deck. He'll hit next. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Eaton. He's 0 for 1 after
Adam
grounding out in his only
Eaton.
trip to the plate so far. In the dirt. Goes to third with it, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Now the 0-1. The swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Here's the 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Sent on the ground out to second. There is Jerko. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Digging in to try it again, Bryce Harper will try to bring in that second run of the inning from third with 2 down. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
He didn't fool anybody there because he was waiting on that curveball all the way. Stays back and lets it break right over the heart of the plate. Gives it a ride and drives in a run. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He swings and grounds it to short. And that is through into left field, a base hit. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score. Striding in once again, Daniel Murphy. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 3 runs already home here. Squared that one up just a little late.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
The 1-1 on its way to Murphy. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That changeup for the second strike right there is a great sign. When you're struggling like he has early in this game, you got to get in a rhythm. The changeup, off-speed pitches, all those put your mechanics in the right place to throw strikes.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt here. Waka comes set. Here's the 3-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit and the box scores. But, man, that ball's hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself if he stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Into the box, Anthony Rendon. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's real.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Fowler to the track, to the wall. Gone!
Well, this goes to show you that nobody is immune from throwing a clunker from time to time. We all know he's a great talent on the mound, but right now they are just jumping all over him.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Curveball that time, not even close. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Now the pitch. tapped up the first baseline. That winds up foul. Set to deal on 2-2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Right there for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2 pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Jed Jerko now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here it comes.
Jerko.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Nope,
2-0.
Well, that's good hitting. You know why? Because he's looking for one specific pitch. Those pitches are close. It looks like to us he's laying off them, but they're not what he wants, so he didn't swing.
3-0 now. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. That one's in there. 3-1.
Well, I thought with 2 outs right there, that situation, he probably had the green light 3-0. Maybe he didn't get it where he wanted or get the pitch he's looking for, so he took it. And I think he's probably swinging here, too. 3-1.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Here's Matt Carpenter, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Murphy onto the grass. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Cards leave 1. They're down 7-1. Sean Gilmartin answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Michael Taylor is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Jerko fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, pitcher.
Coming to the plate now, Joe Ross. He singled his last time up. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Right side. Jerko showing off his range. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. So they get a 2-out base runner here following the base hit. And that leads us to check out the league leaders in team batting average. And as of right now, they're currently tied for the top spot in that category. Adam Eaton is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1.
When he is on, that slider is one of the best pitches in all baseball. That's why he's so tough to those lefties.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Pitch outside. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Pitch inside the throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Men on third with 2 down. Hot shot to third. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first.
Leading off for St. Louis.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Yadier Molina.
A high fastball is in there.
Well, he got a high strike on a fastball right there. That's pretty unusual. Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball, usually the put-away pitch with 2 strikes. He pitched him backwards right here.
The 0-2 to Molina. Line to the right side. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And a good bounce back from 0-2. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Aledmus Diaz is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Taylor. He's got it 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Greg Garcia. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Taylor is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Tommy Pham will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Tommy Pham.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 1-2. Here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. Harper is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're down 7-1. Richie Diori gets the call to pitch here. He'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Bryce Harper is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you got to bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Here it is. A little bouncer. No problem here. 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First pitch on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Grounded back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
3 for 3 on the night. He must be seeing the ball well under the lights. That single right there just kind of lets me think he's locked in pretty good.
Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. A hit in 2 tries so far. He's set. Here it comes. Lined into left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
We're just not used to seeing him get nothing but base hits. Usually hitting the long ball. You look in that column, it says 2 hits. You're thinking they're extra base hits, but he'll take the singles.
In now is Anthony Rendon.
As he sends it on the ground to first.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. Zimmerman is on his way home. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. On the indecision costs him big time as he's out trying to get back to third.
The catcher, number 32.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. From the stretch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. Nats leave a pair. They're on top 7-1. Here's Dexter Fowler now. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. A little roller toward the hole. Oh, behind the back. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Left fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Stephen Piscotty. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0-for-2 at this point. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Hit out towards second. Murphy with a dive. The throw to first. Got him.
The batter, right fielder.
Digging in once again, Mark Trumbo. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Murphy's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing happened. Ready once again, Michael Taylor. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
Michael Taylor.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started that swing a bit too early.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Joe Ross getting the hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. First delivery to him on the way. Takes this the other way to right, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
The batter, the shortstop.
Digging in to try it again. Trey Turner. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Well, back-to-back sliders, and he missed on them both. So now you got to really think he's probably coming with a fastball, right? Challenge somebody, meat.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. There's a drive out toward the alley in right center. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. The 1-0 delivery. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Now another 1-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Set to deal on 2-2. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Piscotty on his horse, and that ends the inning. National striding in once again, Jed Jerko. Due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there. I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Well, they've been able to shut down this offense all day so far. That's only the 3rd hit in the game. We're late in the game right now.
Matt Carpenter is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
First pitch breaking ball. He was sitting on that the whole time, looking for it the whole way. You don't hit it that hard on first pitch if you're not.
Aledmus Diaz is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. The double is his 8th of the season so far. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side, but he will come on strong out there and right and pull this one down for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. 1 out and a runner on second base. Heading out toward shallow right. On the move is Harper, but he won't get there. It falls in. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Well, he had 2 strikes on the hitter. Perfect count to put him away. Tried to elevate the fastball, just didn't get it up there enough.
Colton Wong will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Colton Wong.
In there, no balls and a strike.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least. Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was two good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
Number 25. Dexter
Digging in the
Fowler.
switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Again, he sends it out of play. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further.
It's time.
But Zach Duke gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Here's Bryce Harper now. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. Oh and 1, here it comes. Just got a piece to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So a solo home run here for Ryan Zimmerman. 4th home run here in the early going as they open it up to 8-3.
Well, he clearly didn't miss that pitch. He's so strong. If you look at the extension on that ball, he just really muscled that ball to the ballpark when it comes down to it.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here it comes, 1-0 to Murphy. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
The third baseman, number 6.
So stepping in, Anthony Rendon. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game. Stepping in, Matt Wieters. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Way out in front.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin the wind right there, knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Stepping up to the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. And this is fouled at the plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's Mark Trumbo now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Dribbled up the line, and he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Eaton is under it. 2 gone. Here's Jed Jerko now. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case. He's carving right through them here.
That misses. 1-2. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in, Michael Taylor. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Fielder,
On the ground up the middle. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Well, they put a lot of runs the whole game, and the game plan to me is simple. They've been aggressive. They've hit the first pitch like he does right here, and gets the base hit, and they've done it throughout the whole game. They've been very successful with their game plan.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Trumbo has a read on it, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Line, but speared on a hop. Step on the bag for 1. On to Carpenter. It's a double play, and that. Back now with baseball on MLB Network from the nation's capital, just down the street from the Capitol building. We are set for what remains in this one. Joe Blanton comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Drilled right back up the middle. Turner fields it cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The batter, number 4, catcher Yadier Molina.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. Oh, and a little Kentucky fastball that time by Blanton. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that misses. 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
That is a great 2-strike approach. Spread his legs out, kept the hands back, and just punched the ball through for a ground ball base hit.
And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. Into the box now, Greg Garcia. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Now his swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he will make the catch to wrap this one up. And the Nationals have bounced back from losing the opener to take games 2 and 3 of this series as this one is over.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you don't make the postseason, but at least they got a win here in the season on somewhat of a higher note. Something to hang your hat on when you're on the first tee tomorrow morning.
8-3 tonight. The Nats secured their 10th victory of the season. Joe Ross gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Michael Wacha allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Van Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
6 men on base. For St. Louis, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base.